Hello everyone, welcome back to the video. Dusty here. Full overview, currently in beta right now. A really fantastic is a company organization that Streamlabs this guy. Go to video, which I encourage you to do so, and that says download beta. Now, and then once I do that, I allow Streamlabs to manage and do all of that good stuff. And I would encourage you to not worry about that there. I think these guys are definitely so once you've done that, you can see here that you're going to have another option, a big green. But when you are not logged in and you are just at the Streamlabs homepage, you'll see a big green button here. So the pertinent files, click on that installation process, depending on the, I guess you need to just basically, you could import all of your different settings and themes from OBS if you're using the native version of OBS. I recommend clicking this blue button here. If you're following along with me, that's what we're going to be doing. It gives you a clean and fresh start. So once we do that, you're going to see all of the beautiful things here Streamlabs OBS provides to you. Now, with this version, you're going to see that it looks a lot better than just the native version. On the application magic, click the your stream. So if you want to say this is stream 1, then that's what you can name your scene. Click done and you are ready to go. But obviously there's nothing there. It's a blank screen. So you need to go up here and add sources. So under the sources panel, same display capture is, we're going to go ahead and add that source now. And then once you've chosen your monitor like I did, you're going to see here the YouTube channel that I have here. This is my monitor. You can see my mouse moving now. So that's kind of what we're going to be recording. Let's go ahead and add a webcam. So click the addition symbol there next to sources and then go to video capture. If you are a longtime OBS user, all of these things are going to look familiar to you. If you're not, hopefully this is much easier than if you would just go the normal OBS, I guess you would say application. Now, if you do, however, want to check out my tutorial on OBS as well, I'll have that linked in at you. It's going to allow you to choose the different devices that you have. So I have my C922 webcam from, if you've never done this here, just the you would say my scene number 1. So as you can see here, we have a video capture device as well as video capture, which will get you kind of started kind of where we are here. Now, again, a game I like to stay with display capture. It gives me a little stream. I would start at around 50, and then once you've done that, click the around. You need to play some exception here. It's pick of the Streamlabs OBS. Is that donated to you? You can actually go here under your donation settings and change that. You can add widgets here, so like all of the things that you see. Let's say you want to add a donation ticker or a stream labels or event list. Everything that you see people do with their streams where things are coming up on their stream as people are subscribing, as people are donating, all of that basically can be done here. So like the event list, all of these here that are going to show as people are subscribing, we can basically copy. So let's go ahead and copy that. So let's copy the URL here, go back to our editor here, and then go to our sources, click the addition symbol, and then what you're going to want to do here is go to browser source. Anything you add from a URL will always be browser source. Click add source, and then what you can do is you can change the name if you want. Click done, and then go ahead now and paste that URL that we just did. So we'll go ahead and paste that URL, click done, and now what's going to happen is you can see now I have the event list here. As people subscribe and donate, it's coming up as a wonderful list here above my webcam. Not the only thing you can do. I mean, with the dashboard here, you can see
What's up, guys? Welcome back once again. Subs, all of these did about 25 free widget themes to get us started. They have mentioned that they are promising over 500 of these widget themes are going to be added over the coming months. So even if none of these widget themes take your fancy right now, it's still worth learning exactly how to add and customize them, because in the future maybe they will add a widget theme that you quite like. As you can see here, they have added various different styles, many of which have taken inspiration from a certain game. If you click into one of the widget themes, you get taken to a listing page which shows lots of different screenshots on how each of the widgets look, as well as a list showing which of the Streamlabs widgets are supported by that theme. Personally, I like the design of this one, which is called Vivid IRL, and I'm just going to quickly look first to see if there is an overlay theme with the same name, since I want everything, including my stream starting soon scene and my be right back scene, to look super consistent. As you can see, Streamlabs have got a overlay called Vivid IRL. It's fairly simple, but it's exactly what I'm looking for, and it's going to integrate nicely when I eventually add the widget theme of the same name. So I'm going to install that, and once it has installed, you can see that it has some fields here to display my Twitter, Instagram and YouTube. So I'm just going to quickly edit these so that you can get a rough idea of how my stream might look using this overlay. Since I don't have an Instagram for gaming careers, I think I'll just rename this one Patreon and put my Patreon username in here instead. The last thing I'll do before installing the widget theme is just swap over to the live scene and replace this default background image with something that looks a little bit more like a game, although of course this is where you would actually be replacing this with your game capture or window capture. And I'll also just add a webcam still image up here so that you can get a good representation of how this design might look when we stream. Okay, so this is looking pretty good, but now it's time to add the real bits of magic, which are the widgets. Back to the library tab and click on widget themes. Find the one that we want to install and click install widget theme. This will then add the widget theme to your currently selected scene collection. Now by default, every widget that the theme supports is added to your scene, which may look like it's too many, but it's of course super easy to remove the ones that you want to remove. So let's look at what has been added. Right up here at the top we have the Stream Boss widget. Now this is a widget, for those of you that don't know, that allows your viewers to seize the opportunity to become a boss in your channel by interacting with your stream. This is a source that I personally don't really want to display on my stream, so all I have to do is either hide it by coming over here to the sources window and clicking the little eye icon next to the Stream Boss source, or I can remove it completely by selecting the source, right clicking it and selecting remove. It's worth me quickly mentioning here that some of these sources might display a little strangely, most commonly the Stream Boss one and the Donation Goal one. This is because you probably have never set that widget up before. So if that is the case, the widget might display something like, to set up this source you configure it in your dashboard, or like for my donation goal here it says you need to set a goal first. All this means is that you need to right click the source, go to properties and then select go to widget settings. This will take you to the dashboard tab and the correct widget so that you can set it up properly first. Usually all that's required is for you to set a goal up or change some setting just to make sure that you've actually set up the widget, and then you can click save settings and head back to the editor. Then you need to right click the source again, click properties and then scroll down and click refresh cache of current page. And the preview should update to show the widget as it was designed. Let's keep going through our widgets to see which ones we still have. We have a credits widget, which I'm going to cover in a completely separate video at some point, but for now I'm just going to remove that one. We have the viewer counter widget, which will display on your stream how many viewers you have on Twitch or on YouTube or you're streaming to. I quite like this one, so I'm going to keep this up here in the top left. Next we have our chat box widget. So to test how that's going to look, I'm going to slide open my stream chat here on the right hand side and type in a couple of test messages. Now I do like the design here, but I'm going to make a couple of changes just of the functionality. First of all, I'm going to resize it a little bit just to make it a tiny bit bigger and move it over so it is aligned with the right hand side of my screen. The second change that I'm going to make is that I don't want the messages to stay on screen forever. I'd like them to fade out after a certain number of seconds so that it doesn't look so stale. Favorite widgets, actions, subscribe. Now hopefully you can get these sort of designs from, and I've always recommended the same company even though I've never been associated or affiliated with them, just purely because I think they are the very, very best at what they do. They're called Nerd or Die, and I was recommending them to you guys so much in fact that I eventually last week emailed them and asked them if they would want to work together, and to my great surprise they said that they would. So for those of you that haven't heard of Nerd or Die, it is a place where you can purchase premium design.
Workbank is the job portal that invests in you so you can get the career you aspire for. Sign up at workbank.com. Workbank, let's invest in you.
Premium design packages of alerts and overlays. They usually have some sort of theme, sometimes to do with a game, but sometimes just